And with this, you see the serpent. Satan came up and said to the woman, did God not allow you to eat any of this fruit? And Eve, what did Eve say? What did Adam say? See, Adam was there and he was commanded by God to guard the garden. Guard it from homes. So what happened? So here was Eve. And basically she said, when she heard Satan, what should we do when we're tempted? What should you do when you're tempted? Run away. Leave it. Get away from it. All right? If you have friends, they say, come on, man, let's ditch school. What should you do? Oh, man, I can't ditch school because my mom will get mad at me. Oh, come on, don't get me. Ditch school. What should you do? I've got to go. I've got algebra. All right, I'm gone. Get it? So the thing is, but no, Eve didn't do this. Eve said to the serpent, no. God allows us to eat of the fruit of all the trees in the garden, save one, because he said that if we eat it, perhaps we'll die. Oh, wait a minute. Perhaps? God didn't say perhaps. God said, you shall die. So already Eve is having some doubt. And then Satan says, the serpent says, you shall not die. Because God knows the moment you eat of it, that you will become like gods and you will have knowledge that you didn't have before. So what is Satan saying about God? He's saying, firstly, God's a liar. You shall not die. Secondly, he's saying God is not good because he's jealous. And he's holding back on you. And was this God? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And then you say, where's Adam? He's supposed to guard. So what happened? Eve took of the fruit, ate it, and gave it to her husband. What should her husband say? Firstly, he should stop. But he took it too and he ate it. And guess what happened? They gained this experience of evil, of disobeying God. They disobeyed God in thought, and then desire, and then deed. Thought, well, perhaps God said we will die. All right, desire, wow, the fruit looks good to eat. Thirdly, deed, they took it and ate it. So what happened? The couple hid themselves from God. Think about this. Last week we said God is all present. God is everywhere. God is now here. Could they really hide from God? No. Because God could see them. But they were so ashamed. They had this guilt. And they hid from God. And God came and said, Adam, where are you? And Adam said, I was naked. And so I hid myself. And God said, who told you you were naked? And you have eaten of the tree. And what should have Adam said? Forgive me, Lord. I have sinned. But no, what did he say? What did he say? He said, the woman you made gave it to me and I ate it. Who's he blaming? Women, who's he blaming? And then the woman, and then he looks at the woman, and the woman said, what? It was a serpent. Not me. Not me. So what do we see right here? They're blaming each other. And they're even blaming God. It was the woman you made that gave me the fruit and I ate it. Is Adam taking no? Is Eve taking, no? They're blaming each other. Now you see the primeval event of the battle of the sexes. Right? Here you see it. It wasn't me, it was my wife. It wasn't me. It was a serpent. Not me. No one's taking any blame. No one's taking any responsibility for what they've done. No one. So what happens? God says to the serpent, okay, cursed are you upon all animals, and upon your belly you shall fall. Satan is going to be in the slime of men's sins, and women's sins. He said to the woman, in labor you shall bring forth your children, and you shall have desire for your husband, and your husband shall have dominion over you. And to the man he said, cursed is the ground because of what you've done. And by your toil, and by the sweat of your brow, shall you earn your bread. And so, can you imagine? What panic was going through Eve's mind? She's going to be dominated by her husband. She would not have died. Now, guess what? They're able to die. They will die. And what panic is under Adam? To know that he's going to have hard, manual, physical labor to get his food. And all of us now, all of us, because of the sin of Adam, these gifts are not here for us. We do suffer. We will get sick. We will age. And we will die. And our passions are not under control. There'll be times when you get so angry and you can't control it. Or you want something, you know, and you'll be gluttonous. And you'll say, oh, look at that gallon of ice cream. Half a gallon of ice cream is my favorite one. All those cookies, I'm going to take them. You know, oh, Halloween candy. Okay, these gifts have been lost for us. Okay, what else? The gift of supernatural, or the supernatural gift of God Himself in the life of the soul, sanctifying grace. Okay, so now we lost these gifts, and they are lost not only for Adam and Eve, but for all of their progeny, for their children and their children's children and their children's children's children, and all the way down till the year 2010 to us, who are descendants of Adam and Eve. And you say, how is this fair? How is this fair? How could my grandfather and great-great-great-great-great-grandmother lose for us all these gifts? It wasn't me who committed original sin, so why should I be affected by Adam and Eve? Well, firstly, God has made man, male and female, with an interconnectivity. If you do evil, you affect everyone. If you do good, you affect everyone. And if you think about this, let's get into a particular example. School? Okay. No, let's not get into school. We'll get into something else. We'll talk about school in a minute. What happens? Let's say, and God forbid, and you know, if I became a gambler, and I was so greedy, and all I wanted to do was try to make lots and lots and lots of money. And by golly, look, when we got down into the reservations, we got casinos. We have casinos. And I go down there and I take my paycheck, and I cash it out. And I get those chips, and I'm playing blackjack or whatever I'm playing. And all of a sudden, I find out, my goodness, it's 1 a.m. Where's my money? Good night, it's closing. What happened? Did I hurt myself? I committed sin, yes. Did I hurt myself?
No.
Very much so. Yes, I did. When I go home and my wife says, honey, we need groceries, can I have? I'm sorry, I don't have the paycheck.
Affected the whole family.
The whole family's affected. The whole family is affected. So one sin affects us all. And so what happened with Adam and Eve, when they lost these gifts, they lost it for their progeny, for their ancestors, and that's us. So what should we do? Well, firstly, with sanctifying grace. We're going to talk about this later in class. This is why babies should be baptized immediately after birth. Because with the sacrament of baptism, they receive in their souls sanctifying grace. These preternatural gifts are gone for us as we live on earth. But when we get to heaven, we will not suffer. We will not die. We will have complete control over our lower nature. Okay. All right? So now we are the dominion of the devil, the seat of the devil. They place themselves there. Yes?
So how does this affect animals since they are descendants?
Oh, excellent question. Excellent question. See, animals, they have a soul, but it's not an immortal soul. Animals don't sit there and say, I mean, if you have a dog, and the dog likes to chase the mailman, he doesn't say, oh man, I got to stop doing that. That's wrong. You know, the dog doesn't say, well, you know, if I chase that car, that's bad. See, the dog doesn't have the sense of right or wrong. It doesn't have that sense. So basically, it's God's rational creatures who's been made for God. These animals, they have this natural happiness of life. And if you look at the birds, you can see in the morning and hear how beautiful they sound. But see, the animals, they don't have the happiness of heaven. They live here on earth, and then they die and they're no more. But with man and angels, you know, they are made for God. And they will enjoy the happiness of heaven with God forever. Or they will suffer hell forever. Okay? So the animals, again, they're made for happiness. They're made for man. Right. Right. And don't believe the movie All Dogs Go to Heaven. That's just Hollywood. That's nonsense. All right, good question. So we're under the dominion of the devil. We've lost these gifts. Our passions are rampant sometimes. We can't control them. We feel like we can't control them. We can, but we have to work very, very hard for them. And so what happens is we're now under the seat of the devil. If you think, how many of you think it's easier to do good or evil? It's easier to do evil. Why? All you got to do is say, all you have to do, what's the word today? What's the word in school? It used to be dweeb, nerd, dummy, idiot. Don't be an idiot. Don't be a baby. Don't be this. And then what happens? Oh man, I don't want to be that. You know? And how easy it is to do evil. We have this inclination. So anyway, getting back to God and talking to Adam and Eve and talking to the serpent. What did he say? What did God say to Adam and Eve? Think about it. Gentlemen, you were working on that car. That cherry car, that classic, is great, it's wonderful. You had the engine rebuilt, you did it yourself, it looks perfect, everything's perfect, perfect, perfect. You turn it on and it doesn't start. So you go and you fiddle with it some, and you look at it, try it again, doesn't start. I'll tell you, it's going to go to one of two places. It's going to have a sign that says for sale, or you're going to get so frustrated with it, it's going to be down in the junkyard. Right? And ladies, you're making a cake. You're making something. You're baking a cake and it's for a birthday, and you say, well, wait a minute, I forgot the sugar. I forgot to put sugar in here and it's baking. What am I going to do? You're going to throw it away, right? So God, although rightfully indignant with the sin of Adam, he could have said, I'm going to destroy it. He didn't. When the angels sinned, he could have destroyed the angels. But he didn't. He didn't. And so what he said to the man and woman, is, after about these other things, he said, I will put enmity between you and the woman, between your seed and her seed. This is what he said. He said it to the serpent. He said, I will put a state of enmity, state of warfare between you and the woman, between your seed and her seed. And you shall strike at her heel, but she will crush your